Hi lovelies, and welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm not even gonna lie and sit here and tell you guys that I wasn't talking in my last videos because I was sick and blah blah blah. To be honest, I was just really lazy, and I don't like the sound of my voice, and I don't like hearing it when I have to play back the audio. So I've just been making videos without me talking because I sound like a kindergartner. But anyways, what do you guys think about ITZY's Icy? Oh my gosh, when I say I'm in love with ITZY, I'm in love. I haven't picked a bias yet. I think it's gonna be Leah, but I honestly like all of them, but I think it's Leah. I'm not sure yet. So for today's video, I got inspired by another YouTuber. I don't remember their names, but I'm gonna put it somewhere so you guys can see. And they basically do like the weaknesses and the flaws of each group, and I was like, that is so smart. I want to do that. So that is what we're going to do today, and we are going to be doing BlackPink. So I'm going to start off with an overall summary, what I think about BlackPink. BlackPink are very, very talented for a group that has little to basically no music at all, don't have a full-length album. Yeah, basically YG sucks. But hopefully, since now that we have this new CEO, they'll get more music. That's what I'm hoping for. But keeping that in mind, I don't really think that a group can be more so overrated, but I do think that a group can be overhyped, and BlackPink is overhyped a lot of the time, especially for a group that only has like 9 or 12 songs. If you've watched my previous video, then you would know I got into BlackPink. Wait, I don't think I've ever actually said this, but I'm saying it now. I got into BlackPink right after As If It Was Your Last came out, like probably 4 months after that song came out. That's when I got into K-pop, and I liked BlackPink. I like BlackPink's music. I honestly do. I think that I've liked every comeback except for Kill This Love. Kill This Love was very underwhelming. I didn't like any song off that mini album. It wasn't that good. And from what I saw online, a lot of Blinks were very disappointed with that comeback. It was very noticeably rushed. And I mean, it was very obvious because of the whole, Sungri scandal that YG just wanted to put something out to distract everybody. And so he just said, BlackPink's having a comeback. And it was very noticeably rushed. But I mean, hey, the music video was stunning. Before I get into each member's own criticism, I want to just criticize them as a group whole. First, we're going to start off with strengths, and of course the first being BlackPink is very pretty. If anything happens with the company and YG or whatever, they could always become models. I mean, each of them is very visibly stunning, okay? They're all very pretty. Another strength that I would also say BlackPink has is that they have really good group dynamics on and off stage. You can honestly tell that they are close friends and that they like each other and that they like being in a group with each other. I would also say that as a group whole, their dancing is usually very synchronized, and when they're on stage dancing together, there's not usually one member that totally sticks out from the rest. They all blend usually very well together when they dance, if that makes any sense. And I would also have to say that each BlackPink member is very well-rounded. The rappers can rap really well. All of them can sing. They're pretty good at dancing. And as a whole, they're just very well-rounded. And I think that makes for a very powerful girl group when you can do everything. And moving on to the weaknesses of BlackPink as a whole would definitely be the lack of songs. Is there really anything else to say? Their lack of songs, they're just lack in everything. You know, like we never really see Blackpink that much. Well, in Korea, anyways, I see Blackpink more in America these days than I do in Korea, which I'm not really gonna get into. This is totally not the girls' fault, but I'd also say that a Blackpink weakness is their choreography. It used to be so just strong and powerful back when like Boom Baya and like Playing with Fire, but Do and Kill This Love was not bad. Like their choreography, I've just noticed is just going down and it's really repetitive and it's just boring to watch on stage these days. As a little side note right now, guys, I'm really sorry if you hear kids screaming in the back. It's just there are kids yelling and screaming right outside my window, and if you hear it, just ignore it. Last weakness that I would have to say that Blackpink is developing as a group is their lack of stage presence. I noticed that these days, like, they just seem really bored. Like, on stage, they don't have as much stage presence, they don't have as much charisma as they used to back when they first debuted. And honestly, I can't blame them. I know it has to be really, really boring performing those same 9 songs over and over again, but at the same time, that is their job, and unfortunately that is what they have to do. So it's sad, but they kind of have to suck it up and they kind of have to do it. But definitely Blackpink as a whole, they're all very, very talented and I love them. So let's just get into each member's criticism. So first, starting off with Lisa's strengths, she has a lot actually because it's Lisa and she's just so perfect. For Lisa, I would definitely say that she is the most well-rounded member in Blackpink. I would either pick her or Jennie. She's definitely the strongest dancer of Blackpink. Her rapping is really, really good. Honestly, her rapping is really, really good. Her singing is good, but I think that with some vocal training, it could be way better. You can see that at concerts, she really knows how to hype the crowd up. She really knows how to get people to her feet. She's really worth watching. I know that I mentioned that Blackpink have been losing their stage presence, but honestly, I meant that about everybody else. Okay, maybe about some members, but not Lisa. She always has her stage presence on point. She always looks happy, like she wants to be there. She's just a star. Like Lisa was born to be a star. Always has really great charisma, both on and off stage, because she really has a nice, like bubbly, cute personality, which also entertains fans, and she's just a star both on and off stage. Now, moving into her weaknesses, as I did say, I definitely think that with some vocal training, her voice obviously is not terrible. It's not bad. But I think that with some vocal training, she could be like a really great, like an honestly really great singer. I would also have to say that for her weaknesses, Lisa gets very out of breath quickly. As soon as she steps on stage, she's very out of breath. You can hear her breathing into the mic, and I mean, that's understandable when you have to rap, sing, and dance at the same time. But honestly, she should get some training for that. But besides that, I honestly don't think that Lisa has that much weaknesses. She's just a really good, overall, well-rounded member. When the sky comes falling, even when the sun doesn't shine, I got faith in you and I, so put your pretty little hands in. Moving on to Miss Queen Jisoo, I would definitely say that Miss Jisoo has the best vocals in Blackpink. I honestly don't know why she's not the main vocalist. Don't know why, but she has the most stable vocals in Blackpink. BlackPink. Along with having the most stable vocals and stable voice in BlackPink, Jisoo is the member that I see the most improvement in. She's definitely got way better with her dancing. You can definitely tell that her voice is more stable, more strong. I just feel like with Jisoo, with every comeback, she just gets better. You can tell that she works very hard. And normally in groups, when you have the weakest dancer, they tend to lag behind a bit from the other members. But Jisoo, she doesn't do that at all. She really pulls her own weight. And even though she may not be the best dancer, even though she is working on it and she has gotten a lot better, and you can honestly tell she stands out a lot from the other girls. You know, she's her own person and she sticks out a lot, which is very good. Jisoo also has a very interesting personality off stage. She has a really nice, sweet personality, and that's also really good to have when you're an idol as well. And usually Jisoo's stage presence is always really good. She always looks like she's having a good time. There's never really been an issue where I've found Jisoo looks bored or whatever on stage. She always has a really nice, sweet smile on her face, and that's always really good. Now, unfortunately, we have to move on to weaknesses, and I actually don't really have that much weaknesses for any of the girls, but for Jisoo's sake, I would have to say that sometimes when she reaches high notes and you can tell that she's out of breath, her voice gets very shaky, very out of pitch, very out of tune, but most of the time I would have to say that she is very stable. Jisoo has a better lower range. She hits low notes very easily, very soft, they're very nice, very sweet. But once she gets out of breath and she starts to hit those high notes, that's when her voice tends to get very shaky. And the last criticism that I would have to say is that unfortunately Jisoo is the weakest dancer in BlackPink. Even though she is working on it, she still is the weakest dancer.
Used to be your girl, now I'm used to being the girl. You're sitting on your feelings and sitting on my throne. I ain't got no time for the troubles in your eyes. This time I'm only looking at me, myself, and I.
Moving on to my beautiful bias, Miss Kim Jenny. I feel like most people will probably think that I hate her after that video that I made. But no, I'm still here. I still love her. Like I said, I think that next to Lisa, Jenny is one of the most well-rounded members in BlackPink. She can dance, she can sing, she can rap. There's really nothing that this girl can't do, to be honest. And she's beautiful on top of it. Like, damn, like, save some for the rest of us. But yeah, she's a triple threat. And going into the whole lazy scandal thing, Jenny used to be a very powerful performer back when they first debuted, and then she just, I don't want to say she got lazy because we don't know what's going on in her head, her mental state, so I don't want to come out here and just like say, oh, well, she just got lazy and blah, blah, blah. No, and honestly, she's getting it back. Like, her stage presence, I've noticed, especially at Coachella and all these places that she's been performing lately, she's getting her stage presence back. Jenny also has really great facial expressions while she's up on stage. I usually can't take my eyes off of her because she's just giving you face. Like, she's just giving you everything. Also, like I said about Lisa, Jenny has that very, I'm a star, sassy, bad girl sort of vibe to her. Like, you could just tell that she was also born to be a star. But now moving into her weaknesses, I would have to say is that even though it is coming back, her stage presence isn't fully 100%. It isn't fully as it used to be. If we're being honest, I do think that there's something going on with Jenny, maybe something mentally that's on her mind or something physically. I do think that there's something more to the story, but I don't want to sit here and make conclusions. Also, another weakness that I would also have to say that Jenny has is that she tends to scream her lines instead of singing them sometimes. I guess that's something that she does when she's out of breath, but she tends to scream instead of belt her notes, which I pretty sure that if she just got some simple training on, that would be fixed right away. But I think that's pretty much it. Miss Rosie Rose, let's get into the strengths of this beautiful queen. Let's first start off by saying that Rose deserves the lead dancer spot. I know most people say that it should be Jenny, but I honestly think that Rose is a better dancer than Jenny. Her moves are just so sharp and just so good, and whenever I'm watching a dance practice, my eyes, 9 times out of 10, I am always watching Rose. Her dancing is just so sharp, just so perfect. Rose at concerts also, she's really good at hyping up the crowd. Whenever she's dancing or singing or anything, you can tell that she's always putting 110% into her work. She works very hard, and it really shows on stage. I will also say that Rose is very photogenic. To me, like, I don't know, like, she just sticks out the most whenever I'm watching a BlackPink music video. Like, she's giving you face, girl. Like, she knows how to work the angles. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I know that you guys get it. I'm not even gonna lie, Rose's voice fluctuates with me a lot of the time. Sometimes I don't like it, and sometimes I do like it. But when she is singing soft ballad songs, that's when I like her voice the most. It's very soft, very light, and you don't hear, like, her voice is very unique, and you don't hear a lot of idols have that, so that is definitely a strength that she has. And her waist is snatched, okay? The first thing that we're going to talk about for weaknesses is her voice. Like I said, she does have a very unique, angelic voice, but most of the times her voice does sound very nasally. It can sound it cracks sometimes, very nasally, and it's not always the most pleasant thing to listen to, but that's just because we know that that's not really her real voice. YG was just making her sing like that, which will eventually damage her voice in the long run. But yeah, like I said, I am very on the fence when it comes to Rose's voice. Some days I really, really like it, and then other days I don't really like it. But needless to say, her voice definitely is unique. And that is the end of our BlackPink video. I will definitely do more groups, especially if you guys liked this video. You guys can comment anything down below. I don't really have anything else to say. And I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, lovelies.
컨디션이 나쁘지 않았어요.
You're so lovely, I'm so lovely, we're so lovely, 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 lovely.